Now let's take a look at pricing and promotion within the catalog, and let's start with a bundles example. Here we'll see that we have a specific activity for defining bundles that makes it easy to define each of the components along with the selection criteria that must be made. Here we define those top level properties from the product that we've set up to define a bundle. This one we're calling laser level and hammer bundle, and it consists of two components. Here we can make a choice from hammers. So we have two different hammers here we can pick from. We're going to define that you don't have to select a hammer, but you can select up to one, and we're going to have laser levels. So here we can set the three options we have. In this case, you can pick at least one and no more than two to qualify for this bundle. This allows for quite complex sets of combinations here to build out complicated bill of materials or other configurable products using all the criteria that ElasticPath supports. We do see this as quite a bit of a differentiator to support a complex bundle, and we do support bundles of bundles, so this can get really complicated if needed for more complex scenarios. When it comes to pricing bundles, we have the ability to specifically set prices for the items in a bundle. So in our case, we can see here that the laser level and hammer bundle is offering special pricing on these hammers of 1 cent. And so when I take a look at what happens when I configure this and drop it into my catalog, I get an experience that looks like this, where my laser level and hammer bundle serves up here. It dynamically prices, so as I make my selections here, we can see we're at 145. That's the 144 plus my 1 cent hammer down below. I can switch to either my choices. It still sets that price. If I want, because my rules allowed, I could add in another laser level in here and it'll price appropriately. And then I add this to cart. Our cart supports the understanding of this bundle and its individual components here in the cart with that dynamic price. All that can be done without having to rely on promotions. But if we would like to set up more cart level, customer level, or other types of product specific attribute types of promotions, we can do that here in our builder. I have an example here of something like a quantity discount that's specific to certain brands. So we start off with qualifiers like a start and end date. We'll then set top level settings here if we're going to have this be coupon driven, if it's going to be stackable. If it is stackable, we'll want to make sure we enter a priority number to control how it stacks. And then we'll set a description. We'll create the rules here. In my case, I said you must qualify for both of these. So when all of the conditions are met, and I built out a cart item is from, has this product spec with this brand set to A, B, or C, and it also has a subtotal of $300 or more. This then triggers my actions. I went ahead and used a cart item discount to say only the items from brands A, B, or C will get 20% off. I could, if I like, give 10% off the remaining items, or I could give free shipping or other items without having to create a separate promotion here to make it easier to manage for a business user. If I've set up a lot of logic in here and don't want to replicate this for the next time I run it, I quickly duplicate a promotion and I'm off to then make any modifications I need for future use. When I set up promotion codes, I will then define whether it's a single code or I'm going to generate codes, and ElasticPath walks you through how to do that.